heavenly gifts. Jesus explains. Possession and its unmistakable signs. January 30th, 1841. Jesus reveals through Jakob Lorber in Volume 1. The Petition of the Servant. Lord, your will be done. You know what I long for, so that your name may always be sanctified, in spirit and in all truth. The Lord speaks. So then, write a word about what is troubling you, for there are so many possessed in this time, so that this deplorable condition of people has become normal in all earnestness. See, when the body has become ill here and there, this has its reason in the fact that through some circumstance, foreign parts have come into it. Then the body, in its organic activity, endeavors to get rid of these foreign substances by means of the nervous spirit. But here it is the same as it is with someone who has got into an artificial labyrinth without any obstacle, and then cannot find his way out of it as easily as he got in. And so, such a strange part can also not be taken out of the body as easily as it got in. But where such a foreign part sits in the body organism, it inhibits the proper activity of the organs and causes all kinds of disturbances in the circulation of the blood and all juices originating from it. And if, as a result of this, these cannot reach the certain organs at the right time for saturation, the organs then become hungry, shrink and cause a spasmodic, painful pulling, become duller and duller, and finally the body becomes completely tense, and the organs immediately lose their electrical tension together with the electricity. And the consequence of this is that the body becomes decrepit and sick. There exist such foreign parts, as for example poisons of all kinds, in all elements. And they can enter the body in various ways, either through the mouth, nose, ears, eyes, as well as through the pores of the skin. Then, in addition to poisons of all kinds, there are also so-called contagions, which penetrate through the pores into the body, by touch or often by mere approach, like a leaven, and begin to assimilate into the body, whereby the latter then often becomes very dangerously ill, because the body is then compelled to accept a completely foreign constitution. And if help is not given quickly, the body will infallibly be destroyed. There is also a third type of disease development, namely violent injuries, which also have a disturbing and often fatal effect on the organism. It goes without saying that there can be two kinds of injuries, either external or internal. Thus, in short, a disease of the body, however formed, is nothing but a possession of the body by strange elements that do not correspond to the body. Although the body naturally contains all elements, in the state of health there is only as much of each as is in accordance with the natural order. Accordingly, the strangeness consists in the disproportionate amount, i.e., in the undivided too much, or, under other circumstances, in too little. Behold now, if any man is already corrupted from birth, since already, by virtue of the disorderly life of the parents, foreign parts are born into him, then you call such an evil inherited or chronic. And if such an evil then extends to a whole generation, then, I say, such an evil becomes normal and is no longer to be brought out of the body in a natural way, but only through me, in the way of a miracle, which then is an act of violence from me, since I then am forced to act against my order by my all-merciful love. Otherwise, the evil must fully mature and then show itself as all kinds of leprosy, evil fevers, and epidemics, where it then cleanses the person concerned, but often also in a too violent way, by taking away that person, as well as whole generations, and so showing the doctors the rule that there are not many healing remedies against such old damages. But if anyone wishes to know whether there is in him a secretly silent, inherited, chronic, or self-acquired evil, he must only fast properly, and, during such a diet, take some medicine now and then, of course of an appropriate kind, and the following will soon appear. Among the nerves, the inherited evils, in the limbs, the chronic evils, and in the intestines, the self-acquired evils. And this is the way of the so-called homeopathy, which is also preferable in the case of the first kind of diseases. Now see, as I have shown you here the possession of the body, I have also shown you the spiritual possession of men. For it is just the same with the spiritual as with the physical. And such a possession has become so normal that people don't even recognize anymore what hideous mischief the evil guests are doing with them. Yes, people are so possessed nowadays that in them the evil spirit and their own have become completely one. There the evil spirit speaks only for his house, and the house for his disdainful living party. For dancing, fornication, resentment, rancor, scolding, cursing, robbing, stealing, lying, pride, arrogance, boasting, slander, envy, avarice, courting, gluttony, and mockery, and scorn of everything concerning me, as well as splendor, fashion, luxury, and such peculiarities are nothing but perfect, unmistakable signs of the most intense possession. Those who do not want to believe this should quickly try the recommended diet of the spiritual through self-denial, and take several small doses of my word. And truly, I say, they will soon be convinced what kind of Lord dwells within them. And if this one is taken out by me, then these beasts will immediately provoke the whole world against such a liberated one. Therefore, those who do not want to believe this word should just try the homeopathy of the Spirit, and they will immediately be convinced that I, the eternal truth, am faithful in every one of my words. But the general maturation is no longer far off. Then 3 times woe to the owner of such goods. Amen. This say I, the eternal truth myself.